Hey guys, Deep here. So it's been 2 to 3 days since the user was released, and as I expected, user is not really a good melee unit, mainly due to her party buff and also mirror meta. And I also believe that you guys already seen how is the new light unit Eleanor doing in the arena, so I don't think she's gonna be the meta anytime soon because she is more on the support type hero who has a dual party buff which is light attack and skill damage. Her skill is way too rigid, whereas you can't change the direction of the skill once it is being casted. Besides, her body buff is not really that impressive either, since the skill damage is not really good for the current arena meta, but I think she probably will be good for the raids, since the arena meta keep changing from time to time. So I will try to make a videos and talk about how to build a strong arena team in every month to keep you guys updated. So let's get into it. So for the first meta team, we have FP, Sohi and Lilith. This team consists of 3 elements and all of them from the top tier melee unit for the arena. Having 3 elements in the team is always a good thing because you will never get hard countered by a single advantage element. Besides, for this team, it also has a very good synergy in terms of party buff, which is 1 HP and also double melee attack party buff. So for example, FP can counter Lilith and Beth, Sohi can counter FP, while Lilith can counter every unit except for the FP and MK. While for the second team, it will be FP, Lilith and Lin. They are basically the same from the first team, but Lin is still standing strong even after a few patches because her injury damage is really powerful and still everyone will always run the negation card just to counter her. While Lilith is such a powerful character who can counter almost everyone with the armor break and side attack buff. This is also a pretty good and solid melee team for the top arena because it has 1 HP and double melee attack party buff. While for the third team, it will be FP, Lin and Beth. It is almost similar to the second team, but some people will still be using Beth because she is still pretty good against most of the meta unit like Lin, Sohi, Nari and others. Personally, I'm still using this team and doing pretty well in the top 50 Asia too, so I think it's still not so bad after all. But if you are choosing in between Lilith and Beth, I would say just go for the Lilith because she will always win against Beth due to the armor break and attack buff. Moving on to the next range team, which is MK99, Meryl and Noxia. This team is a very powerful offensive team, whereas MK99 will hit extremely hard because of the crit buff from the Meryl. While Meryl can counter almost everyone except for the fire units like Lin or Vishvac. And for the Noxia, she is still a very powerful and strong unit for the arena if you know how to fully utilize your summon stand and block your enemies. The reason why this team is really good is because it has 3 different elements and also has a good synergy of party buff. But at the same time, this team will be slightly squishy because there is no Ogma in the team. While for the next one we have MK99, Bianca and Noxia. This team is very similar to the 4th team, but they just swapped the Meryl for the Bianca. In this current range meta, most of the range player will prefer to run with 1 range attack party buff and 1 crit party buff, because this will work better than the double range attack party buff. Moving on to the next, we have MK99, Ogma and Bianca. This is also one of the most solid and strong teams that you will find in the top arena. It is because they are tanky and also can do high burst damage at the same time. You may also run Meryl if you do not have Bianca, but the main reason why most of the top players are actually running the Bianca here is because Bianca can hit extremely hard and do very well against most of the Lin comp. Moving on to the last team, we have Bianca, Ogma and Nari. This team can be very strong in the range map, but it will be slightly weaker in terms of melee map. This is basically similar to the 5th team, but just swap out the MK for the Nari. Ogma will buff the defense to both of them and make them tanky, while Bianca and Nari will complement each other with the range attack and crit party buff. But this team is not so popular at the current meta right now because of the massive Meryl and also dark units are running in the top arena. So that's all for today's video, and I hope this video is going to help you to build a strong arena team, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!